Portions of TV23's internet provided by SWKO Wireless Internet. Covering the High Plains with news, weather, and information. From TV23 Studios in Sublet, this is High Plains Today.
Hi everybody, hope you're doing well today. This is High Plains Today on TV23. It is Wednesday, September 2nd, 2015. On today's show, I'll be joined by Rozelle Webb. She is the Executive Director of the Liberal Area Chamber of Commerce. They got a big duck race and stuff coming up here in a couple of weeks. Let's take a look at some news. Well, Garden City and Great Bend have been selected as finalists for development of transload shipping centers. Two communities emerged from a group of 7 cities whose representatives made formal presentations in August before the Transload Facility Site Analysis Selection Committee. In the coming weeks, Garden City and Great Bend leaders will be asked to provide business plans and financial models that will detail the development costs and the projected increase in related rail service and business opportunity. Now, based on that and other relevant information, the state will determine the amount of funding to contribute to the projects. And members of the Garden City USD 457 Board of Education on Monday published an increase in local property taxes for the 2015-16 school year, which they say is the predictable result of a new school finance system that is not beneficial for Garden City. After receiving a contribution of $56,000 in emergency state aid from the State Finance Council last week, Garden City USD 457 will raise its property tax levy from 3.99 mils to a total rate of 51.96. Now, at that rate, the owner of a $100,000 home will pay $597.54 in district taxes next year, or about $45.89 more than this year. The federal government on Friday began enforcing its controversial Waters of the United States rule in Kansas and 36 other states, although many states have filed legal challenges. The U.S. Environmental Protection Agency and the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers said the rule seeks to clarify which waters fall under the Clean Water Act. The agency said that the Supreme Court decision in 2001 and 2006 muddied previous federal understanding of which streams and wetlands are protected. However, opponents say the rule allows federal environmental regulators to claim far more waterways and land as subject to oversight than set by the court. Now, when it was first proposed last year, the rule generated tremendous political and legal backlash in many sectors and regions of the country. On Friday, Kansas Attorney General Derek Schmidt said in a statement that the state will continue to push to block the new rule in Kansas. And the unanticipated filing by businesses of $22 million in Kansas income tax refunds, now 2/3 of that total was claimed by one loan company, dragged the state government's revenue tally in August below expectations. Officials with the Kansas Department of Revenue revealed tax collections last month reached $422 million, which was $25 million less than planned under projections developed in April by the administration. Individual corporate, oil, severance, and retail sales receipts fell short in August, but taxes paid to Kansas for out-of-state purchases exceeded the target by $2.4 million. And a Kansas priest has been charged with allegedly stealing nearly $151,000 from his 2 parishes and the Catholic diocese to fund his extensive gambling habit. A criminal information filed Tuesday in U.S. District Court in Kansas charges Father Thomas H. Leland with bank fraud. The court issued a summons for a September 23rd initial appearance. Now, Leland was assigned in 2010 as the sole priest at a St. Francis parish in St. Paul and at St. Ambrose Parish in Erie, both located in southeast Kansas. Prosecutors alleged that between 2012 and April of 2014, Leland embezzled funds by taking overpayments of his salary and of stipends for conducting Mass. And Governor Sam Brownback's nominee to lead the Department of Commerce withdrew his name Tuesday, citing an extended family member who has extensive business dealings with the agency. Now, the governor's office announced the withdrawal of George Hansen from consideration for the position of Commerce Secretary. Hansen had been appointed by Brownback on August 21st. The position requires Senate confirmation. Now, Hansen's decision to drop out comes a day before he was scheduled to face a Senate committee as he sought confirmation. And finally, Pope Francis is applying his vision of a merciful church to women who have had abortions, easing their path toward forgiveness and saying he realizes some felt they had no choice but to make this agonizing and painful decision. In a letter published Tuesday by the Holy See, Francis said he was allowing all rank-and-file priests to grant absolution during the Holy Year of Mercy he has proclaimed, which runs December 8th, 2015 until November 20th of 2016. And that's just a look at some of the stuff that's happening out there. Stick around, watch this. We'll be back with weather.
You're watching High Plains Today on TV 23 with host Chris Jewell. TV 23's internet service and 4G live streaming provided by United Wireless. Coverage you deserve. Service you expect. United Wireless.
You want to feel connected, informed, included, inspired. So when important things happen, we're here. Your local TV and radio broadcasters. America's #1 source for news, weather, and information. On every screen in your life. We are broadcasters, always here for you, wherever here may be. Text TV to 52886. Tell Washington local stations matter.
Lead paint poisoning affects 1 million children today. If you're pregnant or have young children and your home was built before 1978, you could be at risk. Learn how to protect your family. To find your home's danger zones, the health effects, or just to find help, log on to leadfreekids.org.
Now, the local weather forecast for the High Plains.
And welcome back as we look on the TV 23 tower cam. It is sunshiny out there. Take a look at the readings here at the studio. 88 degrees, relative humidity is 43%. Winds are out of the west-southwest at 10. Barometric pressure, kind of like yesterday, holding steady. Looking at the current temps around the area, Perryton and Hayes coming in both at 90. Everybody else pretty much in the mid to upper 80s. So it's not really bad out there today. Looking at the current dew points, that's why I don't know what Medicine Lodge is doing over here, but they're always wetter than we are. Their dew point at 65, everybody else in the 50s. So that makes the humidity not quite so bad as the temperatures climb. Looking at the wind speeds, where everybody pretty much out of the west-southwest, except you get out to Lamar, they're out of the west-northwest, and everybody pretty much in the teens. The wind is going to blow. Looking at the highs and lows recorded at the Garden City Regional Airport yesterday, 95 was the high, 106 back in 2011. The low, 62, 48 degrees back in 1949. Hey, we started a new month. No rain in the bucket so far. Looking at our forecast coming up today, 96 degrees. I told you yesterday and the day before, summer is still here. Winds are going to be out of the south-southwest at 23. Tonight, partly cloudy, 69 degrees. Winds are still going to be 21 miles an hour out of the south. And then tomorrow, yep, more heat, 96 degrees, even though it is going to be the 3rd of September. South winds at 16, and tomorrow night, 68 degrees for the low. Winds are still going to be pretty breezy at 17 miles an hour. As we look at the 7-day, you can see we've pretty well got summer temperatures all the way up through the weekend. We get into Monday on Labor Day. There is a 20% chance of rain, but that's going to be late in the day. We're going to start dropping back into the 80s, so that's a nice sign, but the lows will all be in the 60s. That's a look at weather. Stick around, markets are next.
Lead paint poisoning affects 1 million children today. If you're pregnant or have young children and your home was built before 1978, you could be at risk. Learn how to protect your family. To find your home's danger zones, the health effects, or just to find help, log on to leadfreekids.org.
I think someone at my friend's school has this thing called autism. My friend's brother's son has autism. My neighbor's son has autism. My son has autism.
Autism is getting closer to home. Today, 1 in 110 children is diagnosed with autism. That's a 600% increase in the last 20 years. Learn the signs at autismspeaks.org.
When some people struggle with their mortgage payments, they become frozen, petrified. Not knowing what to do, they do nothing. But the people who do something, the people who take action, are far more likely to get the most positive outcome. Making home affordable is a free government program. Call now to talk one-on-one with a housing expert about the options that are right for you. Real help, real answers, right now.
In the small town of Elmira, New York, a boy was born into an all-American family. The odds of him achieving his dream in the fashion industry? 1 in 23 million. The odds of having a child diagnosed with autism? 1 in 88. I am Tommy Hilfiger, and my family is affected by autism. Learn more at autismspeaks.org/signs.
It's not his new group of friends. It's not the video games. It's not the neighborhood.
Mom, do I have to go to school today?
The biggest threat to your child's future could be you. Every day they miss, even in middle school, puts their graduation at risk.
And welcome back. I'm now joined by Rozelle Webb. She is the Executive Director of the Liberal Area Chamber of Commerce. And coming up on September 19th, they got a big deal going on right there in downtown Liberal. Well, it's not in downtown Liberal, but it's in Bluebonnet Park.
It's in Bluebonnet Park.
Okay. You're the 14th annual duck race.
It is the 14th year for this.
I didn't realize they'd been doing that for 14 years.
It's been 14 years.
Okay. All right. So give me a little history. How did this all get started 14 years ago or whatever?
Well, it started out with a chili cook-off that the chamber did, and we did it downtown. And then we decided to move it out to Bluebonnet Park, have a little more room. And then we added the Duck Festival, and then every year since then, we've added more and more events. So it turned out from a 2-hour event to an all-day event.
Yeah, because you get started in, about 9:30 on that Saturday morning.
Yes.
You have a bunch of vendors or businesses that are going to have tents or displays or whatever they want to do out there, right?
Yes, we invite any business who would like to come out and have a booth to come out. We'll give them a space. They can put up a table and whatever equipment they need to have with them, and they can have a game for the kids, or they can showcase their product or hand out flyers, whatever they decide to do.
Or give people candy, whatever they want to do.
They can do that too. Some of them sell baked goods and just a variety of things.
Okay, and right now you've got about 20 businesses.
I think we have 21 signed up, and we have room for more.
That's kind of neat. I didn't know you did that part. And then, okay, so you start off the morning. The first thing that I think you're going to have is the poker run, right?
Yes, the Waddle Poker Run.
Okay,
yes.
the amazing Waddle,
Poker
Run. And that starts at 9:30. What's that going to consist of?
Well, you buy a card for your poker hand, and you go around to the different booths that are there, and you gather up your poker hand, and then you hand that in, and whoever has the best poker hand at the end wins ducks for the race.
Ooh, always, and ducks for the race. That's the good part.
So it all takes place in the park. You don't have to go out.
Right. Everything happens in Bluebonnet Park.
Yes.
And then also at, I think, 11 o'clock, you have a corporate trike race.
We do. Last year was our first year for this. For the corporate trike race, we had several teams enter last year, and the United Rentals guys won the corporate trike race last year. So they won the traveling trophy. So they've had the traveling trophy. Of course, it's a duck.
There's a traveling trophy for the corporate trike race. All right.
And so they've been able to keep that all year, and I'm sure they're not going to be willing to give that up very easily.
All right. So is this grown people riding on a track?
They're adult trikes.
Oh, they're adult trikes. I thought they were maybe the little bitty
No,
ones.
they're adult trikes, and you race up and back, and then the next person gets 4 to a team. The next person gets on.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So whoever wins.
And you also have the firemen, the Seward County and the City Liberal firemen. They're going to all get together and they're going to pick teams and they're going to have a water barrel fight.
Yes, they do.
That's always fun to watch those guys do that.
The kids really enjoy watching that.
And then at 11 o'clock, you're also, United Way this year is sponsoring the chili cook-off.
Yes, we're very happy to have United Way join us this year. And they're currently taking entries for the chili cook-off. It's chili, soup, and sweets cook-off. So you can.
That's a mouthful.
So you can enter your chili, your best chili recipe, or your best soup recipe, or any sweet dessert that you would like to enter.
Okay.
And it costs $25 to enter. So all you have to do is call Mackenzie Hood at United Way in Liberal, 624-5400.
Okay.
And sign up to have your entry in the chili cook-off.
And all the money for the chili cook-off stays with the United Way, right?
That's correct.
Okay.
And then they charge a minimal amount for tasting kits, so everyone can go through and have all the chili they want. And there's a first, second, and third prize given by judges, and then there's a People Choice Award.
Okay. All right. And then after you get done with all that fun stuff, at 2 o'clock, that's the biggie,
The
right?
big race.
The big duck race.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. The firemen come and help, the Seward County and the Liberal firemen come and help us, and they build a dam for us and put water in the dam, and then we dump all the ducks in, and this takes place in a cement canal that runs from 8th Street to 7th Street through Bluebonnet Park.
Right.
And, you know, it only has a 1% grade. So, the firemen...
Liberal is known
we're
for
kind of
its
flat.
hills, isn't
We're
it?
kind of flat.
It's known for its hills.
So the firemen break the dam, the ducks go, and then the firemen get out their push brooms, and they go along behind and push the water so the ducks can swim faster.
Okay. And these are just like little plastic ducks.
Yes, everyone asks what we do with the ducks
I was
all
gonna
year
ask,
long.
you just
because
put them
do
in a
we
big
feed
cardboard
them, or-
boxes and everything, and they just go in a closet, don't they, in the back room?
Except some people think they're real, but they're not.
Well, that might be interesting. That might be something you want to look into, live ducks. Now that'd be a mess. Okay, so people can... You don't really buy a duck. You adopt
a duck.
You adopt a duck.
You get an adoption paper.
Yeah, you even get adoption papers,
Yes.
and all the ducks are numbered.
Yes.
So you get official adoption papers
Yes.
with your ducks' numbers
Yes.
on them.
Yes. And then we, of course, want you to come to the race and root your duck on.
Okay, so now the important part is, though, you can buy a duck for $10.
Yes.
But the coolest thing is you can get what they call a 6-quack for $50.
Yes.
And that's getting a free duck
Yes, it is.
for $50. And or you can do a double quack.
And now we do a double quack. 13 ducks for $100.
Okay, so you get 13 ducks for $100.
Right.
All right. So all the proceeds for this pretty much stay in the community and help the chamber with all your events and everything
Yes.
that you have going
Yes,
on every
that's
year.
correct. It is a chamber fundraiser, yes.
Okay. And that's the good part about it.
But
okay.
it's a community event because
It
we have
is.
so many in the community that help us with it, like the firemen and like the City of Liberal, the street department, the rec department, and the park department. They all help us a lot. So it does turn out to be a community event.
And it's not a bad thing to go to Bluebonnet Park because there's a lot of big trees at Bluebonnet.
Yes.
It's a big space. You can have all kinds of room and you can have all kinds of fun. You can spend pretty much the whole day right there at Bluebonnet Park.
Yep, and it's fun.
And you can tour around and you can see different businesses. And then, can you still adopt ducks right up to race time?
And 15 minutes before 2.
15
Yes.
minutes to post time.
That's right.
And you can buy
If we
ducks.
have any left.
And you can buy ducks at any business in Liberal, right?
That has a duck sold here sign.
Okay, so
Yes.
there'll be a picture of the yellow duck.
Yes.
Okay, and all the ducks aren't yellow. They're pink and blue and yellow and okay. All right, and then the big race.
You can also get tickets at the adoption papers at the Big Duck, the big inflatable duck.
Oh yeah, you can see him all over
Yes,
all
he's-
over Liberal. He's usually and at the chamber, right?
And at the chamber.
All right,
Yes.
Rozelle, thanks for coming up today.
Well, we just invite everybody to come to the Duck Festival. It's a lot of fun. There's a lot of other activities
There
going
is.
on, like the Chuck-a-Duck and the Play a Saint. The Saints come out
Oh, they're
and
going to play
basketball.
That's
yes,
right.
yes,
Okay.
Yes.
All right,
All other
everybody.
things. Yep.
Go spend September 19th. Go spend the day in Bluebonnet Park in Liberal and buy a duck. Adopt a
right.
duck. All right. And stick around. I'll be back right after this. Hi, I'm Chris Jewell, host of High Plains Today, a 30-minute news and information program that airs at noon weekdays right here on TV 23. Hey, do you think you have an idea for something that would make a great segment? Somebody that would make a great interview? What about a community event that needs highlighting? Let us know here at the station. Email us news@kdgltv.com.
You want to feel connected, at one with your world. Informed, included, and inspired. So no matter where you are, when important things happen, we're here at all hours, in the moment, on every screen in your life. Your local TV and radio broadcasters. We investigate and inform, give back to the community, build the local economy, even save lives. America's #1 source for news, weather, and information. And unlike any other news source, we're here. 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 And here. We are broadcasters, always here for you, wherever here may be. Text TV to 52886. Tell Washington local stations matter.
You realize that 49 million Americans struggle with hunger? That's 1 out of every 6 Americans.
These people are around us every day. They're our friends, they're our coworkers, their kids go to school with our kids.
Sometimes we're not even aware that they're struggling. This problem is closer than you think. So is the solution.
Play a role in ending hunger. Visit feedingamerica.org/hunger and find your local food bank.
And here we are. Duck race, that sounds like a lot of fun. Everybody should look into that on September 19th. Hey, let's look a little bit of sports. Kansas City Royals all-star pitcher Kelvin Herrera and right fielder Alex Rios both have been diagnosed with chicken pox. That's raising concerns that others on the AL Central leading team may have been exposed. Team officials said yesterday that Herrera and Rios will likely miss a couple of weeks as the season wraps up. Now, both players were sent home from Tampa Bay after experiencing symptoms over the weekend. The Royals have reached out to players, coaches, and their families to determine whether anyone else has had chicken pox or may be at risk. Now, the Hutch Community College Blue Dragons football team's decisive season opening victory last Thursday meant a jump up in the first NJCAA football poll of the 2015 regular season. Hutch is 1-0, moved up to 4th place, and is tied with Copia Lincoln. Now, the Blue Dragons defeated the Sterling County JV 70-0. That's right, 70-0 last week to open the season. Hutch Community College opened at number 6 in the preseason poll, and the Blue Dragons travel to Fort Scott on Saturday to open league play. And in boys soccer, for the second straight year, Dodge City won by shutout over Wichita South. This time around, the Red Demons scored 2 more goals, winning 7-0. Ranks 5th in the 6A preseason poll. The Garden City Buffaloes showed their ranking against Hayes, dominating the match 6-1. Hey, let's take a last look at our weather before we go today. It's up to 89 degrees now. Relative humidity, though, not bad, 39%. Winds are out of the southwest at 11. The barometric pressure is still holding steady. Looking at our 7-day, summer is still here to stay up through Sunday. Going to start cooling off on Monday and Tuesday with highs in the 80s, lows in the 60s. Remember, you want to see us on your local cable system, give them a call. Go out and make it a great hump day, everybody. Be back tomorrow.
Keep up to date with the latest information from TV23 on our Facebook page, KDGL TV.
Did you know kids who play outdoors have healthier lungs?
Totally. I did. Did you know that boys that play with dolls make better husbands?
My son has lots of dolls. But did you know terry cloth diapers breathe better?
I did. Mm-hmm.
It's totally true.
Oh, yeah.
Did you know that strollers have the right of way on a sidewalk?
Yes.
Yep, I did. Did you guys
Did you know that kids who eat breakfast have higher GPAs?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. That's actually what I was going to say.
Did you know babies should never touch silver? It's really bad for them.
I knew that.
Did you guys know that statistically friendly kids have more friends?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's obvious.
Did you know most people think they're using the right car seat for their kid, but they're not?
Parents who really know it all know for sure that their child is in the right seat at the right age and size. Visit safercar.gov/the right seat to make sure your child is protected.
I'm putting that on my blog.
I just put it in mine.